I think for us, a bit of a difficult year this year, given that there's quite a few of our players playing for England. We had 10 playing at the beginning of the season, and all those players have been away and missing for 12 games this year. So that's been a big impact on us. A lot of other clubs don't have quite the same handicap of producing English players, for the national team. So we've got to reschedule and reorganise things and look at things a bit differently next year. But Wasps have had their sort of usual end of season final every year and been winning trophies, and it's other people's turn this year, but certainly next year we hope to be back with a bang. I mean, we've got 2 more games to go. We're looking forward to both those games, and still a chance for players to impress and perform. And then we've got a lot of changes happening over the off season, but we're looking forward to it enormously. And when things are going well, life's easy. It's easy for all of us. It's when the challenges and the adversity starts to come on board. That's the sign of a true champion, and that's the sign of a great side. And Wasps will bounce back from what's been a disappointing season without a shadow of a doubt.
One of the players who sort of maybe had ups and downs is Danny Cipriani.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll benefit from sort of a summer and maybe a bit more of a rest on his ankle? And do you think he is integral to what Wasps will want to achieve next season? Do you think he'll get back to his best?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what people forget with Danny is that he broke his ankle, dislocated his ankle last year, and he's still got a metal plate in his ankle. And that, from my own experience of playing with a plate in your ankle, it's no fun. So I'm sure he'll get that out in the summer, and he'll start to feel normal again and get back to his very best. And Danny's Wasps through and through. He's a huge part of the club. He's been there since he was 15, and he's one of the integral players who's going to drive this club forward to getting back to achieving top honours again.
Do you think it would benefit him maybe not to go on the Lions tour, to have a summer of rest?
I think rugby players want to play rugby, and the Lions is the pinnacle. So clearly, Danny wants to go on the trip. It's not up to me to determine whether he's done enough to do that. There's a number of selectors who are far better qualified than I am. But if Danny doesn't go on the trip, then England will want to play him against Argentina. But also Danny's got to think about his longer term future, maybe about getting that plate out of his ankle and really gearing himself up for next year. So lots of decisions to make. And I'm sure he'll be in consultation with various coaches and selectors to make the right decision for Danny Cipriani, not for anyone else.
Do you think sort of this time next year, sort of the end of the Six Nations in 2010, we might be saying sort of Danny Cipriani cemented his position as England fly half and is the number one in the country? Do you think it can be that quick, or do you think maybe it's a longer term situation for him?
Well, he's got the potential, no doubt about it, but clearly he's got to earn it himself as well, and the best place to do that is by playing week in, week out, playing well for your club, and I'm sure Danny recognises that, and playing well for Wasps at the beginning of next season, every single week, and making sure the team's winning and at the top of the table is imperative. And if he does that, then there's no doubt that he has a huge part to play in his own future, but also in the future of English rugby.
You obviously retired from rugby and now still working at the club. How have you found the sort of transition from playing to being on the other side of the touchline?
Well, obviously, you just got to remember that you can't do anything about what happens on the pitch, and as long as you recognise that and acknowledge that, then you get on fine, really. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying my role at the club. We've got a lot of challenges. We're trying to build a new stadium. We're trying to make our team competitive, but I'm enjoying it. It's very exciting.